Happy Homebrew Wednesday. What is up? I have been a little absent and I want to apologize. Haven't had a video up and I think this is like the third week for no Homebrew Wednesday. But life has a way, doesn't it, of throwing you curveballs and just kind of getting in the way. Yeah. But I have a few updates. This one will not be terribly long because, of course, I do have stuff to do immediately after this video. So, including editing this. So, it's one thing I tend to forget to plan in the time frame. So, anyway, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But, what is happening here at Under the Table Brewing South? I have a bunch of footage. I've been rolling the camera, but it's just going to be a little bit of time before those vids are released. There's some cool stuff happening. Shout out to Brew. He and I are in this collab challenge, we'll say. It's pretty much just for fun. I mean, it's not really anything major. There is a small prize, but it's been really fun to just kind of put heads together, and the fact that we're both brewing the same recipe. You know, everyone in this challenge is brewing fundamentally the same recipe or with agreed upon differences, and the whole idea is one of the brewers or both of the brewers puts their own little twist on it. So we've got some cool action happening. And also shout out to Lou for trying the drop temp Nate, which was a fun one. I still have some of that on tap. Next Tuesday, the 30th actually, so a week from this coming Tuesday, the Homebrew Club is getting back together and everyone's bringing in their collab beers. At least that's the plan. Hopefully people still have some left. And then we're going to sit down and we're all going to taste each other's creations. So that should be fun, including the brewery. The brewery kept back like 30 gallons and did a couple of Sankey kegs. Well, I don't know, maybe they did cornies. I don't know, they do some cornies just for small stuff that they keep in the brewery, and then they do Sankeys too, and they do some other things. But anyway, that's coming up on the 30th, so that's pretty cool. That's going to be happening. Of course, I've got the 644 and the lager, so I'll be bringing both of those up. I'm thinking I'm going to bottle off some bombers just so that I am certain, and then that way I can kind of kill those kegs off and clear the runway for something new. Right now I don't really have anything in fermenters, so that kind of stinks, but I do have the barrel, which I just drew the first sample. So, ladies and germs, look at that. It's really not as dark as I would have liked it to have been. I think it really needed a boost in the, you know, with some darker grains, maybe some Carafa 3 or something. Sorry about the lighting. I don't know what's going on with the camera. Auto light adjustment crap. I'll have to work on that. But here it is. This is the Imperial Stout that's in the barrel. There's 12 gallons of it in there. So the oak is actually a little bit subtle still. And the bourbon is light. And surprisingly, at almost 11%, it's not really alcoholic. There's some there, but it doesn't smell like a super high alcohol Imperial. Cool, very nice aroma. There's still some pretty big notes of chocolate. I'm getting roasted coffee. Some wood, definitely some oak. Pretty subtle. And then bourbon. It smells nice. Damn. Let's get a taste. Cheers. Follows the aroma pretty well. Definitely warming, but there's still a big blast of milk chocolate. There's definitely a lot of a coffee, roasted coffee character. Very clean though. That's the USO5, I think. But it's got a great mouthfeel on it. Real nice mouthfeel. That's gonna be good. So even though it's not real dark, and it's kind of got like some brown, I don't know if you can see that, it's not really coming through, but even though it's not as dark as I would have liked, it tastes dark, if that makes any sense to you. So we got that. What else? I bottled off the Bob's Your Porter. So I bottled off all of the Belgian IPA, the American Belgian IPA. I bottled off the rest of the Bob's Your Porter. That's pretty much all I had on. I needed to clear some way for the collab beer, which is now in a keg. And that thing is going to be ridiculous. I cannot wait to unleash that beautiful thing. It's an awesome beer. It's not a big, double IPA or anything, big Imperial, this or that. But it's an awesome beer. Freaking awesome. Cannot wait. And that's going to be fun getting into those other beers from everyone else. So, cheers to that. And then I have this. What is this? What is this? This is a Surly glass. This is a Teku. And I don't know if I've told you crazy kids about what happened, but I dropped my Surly Teku glass. This is the glass same glass that not the same one, but same type, right? Same source. That I used for all my SJ Pour Challenge reviews for the 2016 challenge. And it was shortly after all those reviews, I think it was the next month or something, I was out in the garage and it slipped out of my hand, we'll say. I don't know, maybe the dog scared me. Anyway, I dropped the dang thing on the floor. So I was without. So I was a little heartbroken because I picked it up at Surly at the brewery, at the shop there. And I just found out that my main man, Andrew, from Not on Sundays Brewery, Not on Sundays Brewing, I think. Anyway, Not on Sundays, was going there. And while he was there, I asked him if he would be so kind, if he had room in his carry-on or in his bag, if he could bring me one back. Lo and behold, he did. And we were meeting up for an exchange of some hops, which is a whole nother story, but anyway, he hooked me up with some hops. And so it was perfect. Anyway, I am very grateful to my man Andrew. Thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this glass. I love the fact that Surly is still Surly. Even though they lost Todd, or Todd left. However that works. Anyway. Bummer news about Wicked Weed. Really bummed out about that. And I'm also really bummed out about Lagunitas. I was bummed when they sold 50% to Heineken, but I was thinking, oh man, that's cool because maybe they're going to get distro into Europe and people are going to really be able to enjoy some of these beers. I'm not a fan of every Lagunitas beer, but I do like a lot of their beers. And what I've found with them is a lot of them are better fresh, and if they age at all, then you're really missing the point of the beer and the whole idea behind it. Apologize. I'm going to bounce around here. I want to apologize for the noise if it's coming through on the video from this noisy refrigerator and that noisy, well, the sirens now. I can't get a break. The noisy air conditioner because it's heating up. The dash temperature was 101 today, this evening, at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Probably parked in the sun. I think that's what it was. Anyway, so, I understand these breweries doing it. Wicked Weed, I really can't. I mean, I guess I kind of can see. But anyway, that's still a disappointment. So, it's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen. We're going to see more great ones go, I think, before it stops, but it's just becoming a monopoly. It's just stupid. And I don't know if you guys have picked up on the information about the South African hops, some of the unique strains that have come out recently. Basically, AB InBev has bought the rights and the farms that are growing those, and have basically stopped release or distribution to anyone aside from an InBev owned brewery or company. And just today I found out from my man Josh Secor, shout out to Josh, that the Northern Brewer catalog has them listed in there. 2 IPAs that they're coming out with, showcasing those hard to get South African hops. So kind of BS. Yeah. So what's in the glass? What is in the glass? What's in the glass? That is the Citrus Mistress. Yeah, that's a saison with lime and clementines. Cuties. So I zested all the fruit, chopped it up. Well, first I washed it, then I zested it all, chopped it up, put it in a jar, put about 8 ounces of vodka on it, shook it up, let it sit for, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then racked on top a smaller batch, 2 gallons of saison. That is wicked. It is limey. It smells like the first blast is lime, and then you get the orange. So it reminds me of a little bit of a margarita. And I think it's like this would be a perfect margarita sidecar. It's in the mid-5s. It's like a margarita chaser. Cheers. That's fun. The saison is still coming through. The saison yeast. I use the Leuvenhoek. Shout out to Dan DeSaletz, F Let's Brew It, for passing that my way. We thought it was frozen and dead, but man, I made a starter and that thing was just kicking. And then I brewed beer with it, and just did a simple saison recipe, and then I added that fruit like I mentioned. But you can see that nice carbonation, man. So the Leuvenhoek yeast is from White Labs, and I guess he's the guy that found or discovered yeast in the first place, so pretty cool. But hey, I just checked the timer, and this thing's been going for like 13 minutes, so I'm gonna bounce out of here. I'm gonna wish everyone a wonderful week, whatever's left of it. Happy Mothers to all you mothers out there, and happy Mother's Day, mothers. You mothers. That was last week, but I hope you had a good one. Have a great weekend. Keep homebrewing, kids. And until next time, which hopefully will be sooner than later, homebrew up. Cheers. Yeah.